Good morning. Thank you for joining us for Digital Coats of Paint. I'm going to go ahead and get my screen up so we can go over this morning's presentation. So give me just 1 second. And if someone could let me know that they can see my screen, just unmute themselves, that'd be great. Brett, can you see my screen?
Yep, can.
Awesome. Okay. Again, good morning, everyone. Today's Digital Coats of Paint. What we wanted to do today is talk about ways that you can find digital information on industry and sales trends out there on the web. So we're calling this What's the News? So today what we're going to do is go over, just give me a second here. Today we want to go over where to find industry information and where to find some sales tips to help you out there on the road. So we're going to talk about the daily clips that get sent out. We're going to talk about AdMall Minute. We want to go over some of the Google options you have out there to get some information. So we're going to talk about Think with Google, Google Trends, and Google News. We're going to talk a little bit about eMarketer, Advertising Age, Search Engine Land, Digital Trends, and Trend Hunter. And we'll send out this presentation to everyone when we're finished here so that you've all got links to this information as well. And so this is a pretty active, or I should say interactive presentation. So you can see there's hot links to everything. So once you get this, you should be able to log onto these sites. So where to find some sales information, there's a site called Media Sales Today. We're going to talk about that. And then at the end, we're opening it up for any questions and comments. If you've got a site that you go to for information, please share it. We'd love to hear it. So jumping right in, the first one we want to talk about is the daily clips. I know for the ONI team, Sue Sayre sends this out to our team every day. It is a compilation of information put together, as you can see at the top. A guy named John Kelly in West Palm Beach, Florida, puts together this information just from a huge variety of sources. And what's nice about the daily clips is that it includes changes in the marketplace. It talks about trends, forecasts, and as I said, it's from a variety of sources. So it'll pull things from Publisher Weekly, it'll pull things from local resources. There's a lot of really great stories on here, and I encourage all of you to review that daily clips. It comes out in the morning. Honestly, it might take 5 minutes to go through it. Some of the information doesn't necessarily, correlate to what we do. Doesn't matter. It's giving you information that's going to help you stay knowledgeable about changes in our industry. So as you can see, like this is the one from the 31st. I mean, there's a story about, Google develops Apple iOS security workaround for ads. Interesting. I mean, that's something that you might want to look into since you're doing some work with AdWords and you're working with, ads. Again, just pull up that article. What I typically do is I'll download the daily clips as a PDF because then there's actually hot links to the actual article itself built into the PDF. So that's the first one I'd recommend. Brett, what do you think? Do you read the daily clips?
Yeah, I look over it. Yeah, so I try to get as much as I can. We get a lot of information coming in every day into our inbox, but yeah, I've found a couple of interesting topics that come through daily clips. So everything, every little thing helps, but definitely it's a little free, little piece of resource that you get, pretty much on a daily basis. So.
Well,
Yep, go ahead, Scott.
It's nice too because they also talk about our competition. Oh, I was just gonna say they talk about our competition. Like here, there's a little story on ad pricing regarding Condé Nast, so it can give you a little glimpse into some of the changes that our competition is facing as well.
Yep.
All right, let's go to the next one. So the AdMall Minute. This is an email that gets sent out daily from AdMall. You can subscribe to it if you haven't already. I strongly suggest it. It is sent out in the morning, usually around 6 a.m., between 6 and 7 a.m. It's a daily email of useful news and information about everything from co-op opportunities to tips, trends. There's marketplace reports. Anything new that AdMall can report on, it might be in here. So for example, you can see here, this one that came out on September 2nd has new local account locator powered by Google. So good information for you, not only about new uses of AdMall, but there's some daily information in here that can help you with your day-to-day sales efforts as well. So I really recommend getting that, looking through it. The co-op opportunities that are reported are really helpful as well. You might find out that perhaps a tire dealership, Firestone might be offering co-op in the fall. It allows you to go into or contact that dealership and openly talk about those opportunities because you've done some research. So again, AdMall Minute, you can sign up for it on AdMall. If you've not done so, I recommend it highly. Next one, we're going to talk about Think with Google. Think with Google is a website, and I'm going to go to the site in just a second to show you a quick example, but Think with Google is a website Google put together that actually offers really helpful data reports. It has some data dashboards, different analysis on current marketing topics. And Google itself describes it as everything from high-level insights to deck-ready stats to useful tools. And I'm just going to click on it to go to Think with Google, give you an example of what's on right now. I know Janie a few weeks ago, why is it not opening for me? Janie a few weeks ago sent out a report on holiday shopping. Oh, give me 1 second, folks. It looks like I'm having some difficulty opening it. Here we go. Can you still see my screen, Brett? It's okay?
Yep, can.
All right. Okay, so again, Janie sent out a story from Think with Google about holiday shopping trends coming up. You'll find those kind of stories here as you scroll down, and this is all coming from Google. So this is information that might help you, again, stay on top of things that are changing in our marketplace, things that are changing on Google, things that are changing in general. So it's just really a good way for you to stay on top of things that are going on in our industry. You can see here too, you can break it down by industry. There's advertising. So if you click on that, you've got things like micro moments. I really strongly suggest you just go through here, take 5 minutes and read a story or two. Get yourself familiar with the layout. There's something that's called Travel Dashboard, a look back at recent trends. And this is regarding back to more to, travel and, things to do with more travel and travel agencies, et cetera. But you can see here some information on trends and the kind of searches to do with that industry, where people are traveling. These are all things you can even, if you need or if you want, you can provide this information to your customer, whether it's in a presentation or a snapshot, just kind of giving them some information that you're qualified as a consultant and you come across more knowledgeable. All right, let's get back to our presentation. So that's called Think with Google. The next one is Google Trends. And Google Trends is really a up-to-the-minute snapshot of current top stories and searches that are trending on Google, and it is real time. So let's see if I can get to it from here. It might be giving me issues. Oh, worked this time. Or not.
You might just want to search Google Trends again.
Yeah, let's just do that. The hot links in there are working, but I think because I'm doing a presentation, it may not be working. And so when you get the presentation at the end here, let me know if the links aren't working, and we'll fix that. So again, this is up to the minute. This is current data about what is being searched on Google at this moment. So trending stories. The trending story right now is about the Washington Redskins and Scott McClellan. What this does is just keep you aware of some things that are going on in Google at this minute. You can break it down by categories. You can look at business, health, science, tech. So if you click on science and tech, these are some of the top stories in the science and tech area based on real-time searches.
Hey, Scott.
Again, really, yeah, go ahead, Brett.
Another thing with Google Trends, it's actually a pretty cool tool, too. So where it says explore topics, you can actually put in keywords for pretty much anything, and it'll show you a graph of the trending, the times that it's been trending. It's basically like taking that graph from if you guys are doing the search retargeting or anything in AdWords, it'll show you seasonally, like when a keyword will be most popular or most have more search volume, and it will give you those topics. It'll give news stories. Should give news stories around it. Usually, if they're giving you news stories with this, it was in the past where they gave you news stories with the timelines, like for each search. But I think it might only happen with certain topics. I mean, you could try.
Yeah, probably. I
Open.
just put in travel. Just
you
to
could like try the U.S.
and,
Open or whatever, and it might do something. You know, it might come up with news stories and stuff like that. So it'll come up with news stories if you're searching for a major topic that's come out, and it'll usually come up on the graph, and you can open up the source or where it's coming, and then. Sometimes it'll let you click forecast, like go up. You were just back at work tourism.
Okay.
See where it says forecast right there? You can check that. Oh, see where it says news headlines and forecast? Those are check marks available. It'll show you,
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's blanked out for some reason, but yeah.
And it'll show you that you can look at the trending forecast, what Google anticipates that trend to do. So it's really cool. I mean, I've used this a lot.
See if it adds that forecast. Nope. So it's just a good way to, to again stay current and again, probably the topic I'm in right now, Brett, isn't really, the one that is going to have the forecast information of the news. So.
Right, but you can look up keywords for, like, if you're doing keyword research or you're trying to get an idea for any PPC or maybe any type of search remarketing, you can look at the keywords that will get the seasonal, that's anything seasonal. And it's also good just to see where things are trending if you're trying to go into a new market or a new industry or whatnot, or if your competitor or if your clients are seasonal, you can know exactly when those things are trending on there. But it is good for keyword research too, like understanding what keywords are trending, and because you can put keywords in there as well.
Okay, I'm going to move on to the next one here, which is just using the Google News technology screen. So if you actually go to the Google News page and it's broken up by sections, just go to technology. I like to use that as a resource just, again, because it's up-to-the-minute collection of top technology stories, and it comes from a huge variety of sources. I mean, everything from USA Today is sourced in there, different news sites. It's really just keeping you aware of all the current events that are tech-related. Some of them, you may not need to know about. It might just be a story about the brand new phones that, Sony is releasing. But what I find is that information like Google's logo change, knowing kind of what's going on with some of the technology that's being developed out there, changes with everything from Facebook to Instagram. It just is going to keep you up to date, and again, make you more knowledgeable when you're out there in the marketplace. So Google News technology is just something I like to go to just stay current. Next one I want to talk about is eMarketer. Now, eMarketer.com is a huge collection of data, charts, analysis, and detailed reports. It covers all types and aspects of media marketing. It is truly considered a comprehensive source of information for doing business in the digital world. I recommend this highly. It does require a sign-up that is free, and Gannett is a subscribing company, so once you sign up, it'll ask you what your company is, and you can put in Gannett. I'll go to the dashboard just to show you a quick look at what the page looks like. So when you first go to it, you'll see that the page is going to say, hey, welcome to it. You're part of this. You can get a daily newsletter if you wish. I don't. No, actually, I do. I do get a daily. It's like a newsletter where they have webinars sometimes on certain topics you can sign up for. But you do have to log in. And actually, if you hit that little button where it says, does my company subscribe, you can look up and see that Gannett does indeed subscribe. So I'm just going to log in real quick here. And again, it's free. It's just a plethora of good information here. a lot of dashboards, a lot of reporting graphs. I mean, you can search through here for top stories. You can look at the latest stories here, like, mobile email benchmarks vary by industry. Clicking on that, you'll get some statistics here of areas. This is great stuff. I mean, you can even, use this as a resource and clip it, put it into a presentation if you want. You can download as a PDF. If you want to read it later or just provide some information to your customer. I mean, this is great information. So, let's say you're talking with someone about, mobile. Look through eMarketer, see if there's some information you can pull about mobile trends or mobile based on industry. Use it in your presentation. Use it when you're talking. Brett, do you use eMarketer? Do you get any of that information?
No, I don't. I've heard of it, though, and I know other people that have recommended it, so I've definitely got to check that out.
Yeah, it is a good resource. There's a lot more here than we will ever need, but I do find it to be something where, even up here, like, it's the top bar, topics, going to advertising and marketing, you can look at some information on recent trends, like here, back to school retail and e-commerce sales, toy and hobby e-commerce sales. You can do some searches if there's a specific field you're looking at, but even along the side, there's just huge amounts of information here, lead generation, local advertising, etc. It just might, behoove you to spend some time going through some of this. Again, there's much more than you will ever need, but it does still help keep you up to date. Again, reports, articles, so things like that. eMarketer, recommended highly. Let's get back to our Advertising Age. It's another industry-related website. It's full of news, trends. It really is great information for helping you keep aware of changes and digital strategies. I do like adage.com. I find it to be really helpful. And I'm just going to show you just a quick, this is the front page. Again, it covers all realms of advertising and marketing. So you might find things that are not geared towards you. Doesn't matter. It's still worth reviewing just to see, if there's some information that you can help share with customers or just to help keep you more knowledgeable. So adage.com is something I recommend. And next, Brett, I'm going to turn it over to you for Search Engine Land.
Okay.
Oh, should I stop? Do you want to? I'll just keep presenting. I'll just go to the web if you want.
Okay.
And just keep it up.
You want me to just talk as you go? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll just keep it that way. We can just be consistent. Good. Go ahead.
Okay, Search Engine Land. This is the one where I know Janie's has been familiar with this. We were getting a lot of our information on. I was getting a lot of my information from the mobile-only website changes that were coming up on Google from Search Engine Land. Anything to do with SEM, SEO, citation management, optimization, any of those things. So anytime you're looking into PPC, SEO, maps of reputation, I mean, this is the resource to go to because this is going to be talking all about algorithms. It's going to be talking all about updates that Google's having. It's really more of a Google hub and anything with news related to Google. I mean, there's also obviously a lot of other news and stuff that's out there, but it's primarily dealing with Google. I mean, they do talk about Yahoo and Bing, but since Google's primary, the search engine out there, 80% of the market share, it's going to be a lot of information related to Google. So I know when
Brett, if you want, I'm going to give you control. I'll give you control. You can drive this if you want. That way you can go ahead and click on it if you want. Okay. There you go.
Guys, while you're switching control, can I say something?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Kelly. I like all your information. This is totally awesome. It's a lot of sites to look at, and I get that. I mean, we're adding, our goal here is to self-educate and train ourselves and do as much due diligence as possible. And but I just wanted to let you guys know that I've some of these sites that they're talking about a month ago, I finally bit the bullet and I really went back onto my Twitter account and I reactivated it. And I only use Twitter for business. And I follow eMarketer on Twitter, and I follow Search Engine Land. And yesterday, Janie suggested that I follow Think with Google because I didn't know about that one. So I started following that. I just checked right now, and you can follow eMarketer. And this is a nice way to get at least an overview of what is going on these different sites, because they're constantly posting things. And so usually at night when I'm sitting down and I go through my Facebook feed, which is my social place, I switch over to Twitter and I kind of glance through there too. I also follow Daryl Clem. I follow Michigan.com. I mean, I follow my kids, but other than that, it is basically a self-education marketing tool for me. And every one of these things that they're bringing up, I'm pretty sure you can follow on Twitter, at least to get a general overview each day, instead of, if you're going in to look for something specific and you're doing due diligence on an account, yeah, go in and do what they're telling you to do. But as a general overview, it could be a really good idea. I really have enjoyed it, and I've learned a lot.
Yeah, excellent.
So back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Kelly. Thanks for sharing that. That's a good idea. Yeah, Twitter's definitely a great tool to stay on top of all that as well. I agree. And again, we're just providing this, again, we're just trying to give you resources. Some of them you might go to and find that it's too much, you don't need it. Some you may, again, Kelly offered a way that you can stay on top of it without having to visit the sites on a regular basis. Again, we're just going to give you some information to use as you will. Sure. Brett, do you have control of this? I think you can.
Yeah, do you see my screen here?
Well, no, you've actually got control on my screen. So.
Oh, I've got control of your screen. Oh.
Yep.
Hold on a second. Then that means you can't see my screen.
Nope.
Okay, hold on one second.
Apologize for the delay.
Okay, can you see it now? It should be here in a second.
No, it's okay. Brett, it's still showing my screen as far as I know. Can you see? I'm not sure if it's showing my screen or your screen right now. So
I think it's showing. It should have been. I'm at searchengineland.com. It's not showing it. Scott?
Yeah, I can see it.
You can see my screen? Hello?
Yeah, I can see it, Brett. I'm not sure if you have control or not, though. Yeah, just go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
If someone could let us know out there which screen you're seeing. Are you seeing Search Engine Land? Just type it into the conversation field, please.
Anyways, yeah.
Okay, Stephanie says yes. So
okay. All right.
Go ahead with your screen.
Okay.
Yep.
Anyways, just talking about Search Engine Land, yes, it's a good place to learn anything that's going out with updates on search engines. A lot of it's going to be organic stuff, but they also have everything else. So, they have the sections up here by SEO. This is a good resource just to learn what SEO is, guides to SEO, same thing with search engine marketing, or otherwise known as PPC. They're big on mobile, too, so that's where I got a lot of my mobile information. I'd sent everyone those emails about the updates, Mobilegeddon that was coming out. This is all from Search Engine Land. So Search Engine Land is really just a great resource to learn the updates that are coming out on the digital side, especially when it relates to a lot of it's going to be non-display type advertising, where it's going to be pay-per-click or mobile advertising, as far as just maybe apps and new development coming out. You can see this one right here. Google brings YouTube TrueView campaigns into AdWords fold. So that's talking about YouTube and AdWords and how those work together. But again, it's just a really cool site. I would just highly check it out, explore it, and get used to it. And if you're not again, there's training guides back here. So how-to guides on SEO, Google SEO, algorithm updates. What are algorithms? It's going to teach you a lot of information than just getting news about certain topics too. So it's another resource for some training too. The other one that we had here is digitaltrends.com. It's one that I've kind of run into recently. It's just another digital site that's out there. It's a site. Let me see if I can get here. It's another site that's going to be talking more of just an encompassing digital trends that are coming out. You can see a lot of digital sites right now are talking about smartwatches as those are being, the future coming down the road, anticipating for like 2020. I'm thinking that down the road that's what we're going to be talking about at some point. But you can, it's just another good resource just to look for anything digital trend related. Like I said, I recently just discovered it, so it's not something that I've been using a whole lot, throughout, my experience with, research and stuff, but it's just another good one. And then lastly is Trend Hunter. This is a really interesting site. I've known about this site for a while, or for a long time actually. I've used it a lot for when developing campaigns online for myself and in the past, and just known a lot around by a lot of internet marketers in the internet marketing world, and understanding where trends are coming from, the newest trends that are out there. Let me get to it really quickly here. This is a really deep site, actually. It has just everything in it. You're going to have to explore it yourself just to kind of see what's there. But they have everything sectioned off by tech, fashion, life, culture, ads. So this is just good for seeing what's coming out there as far as trends are related. Let's see, trends into mobile. Personalized apps, talking about apps on this one. So I mean, there's just a whole ton of information on this one, and usually they're just the new up and coming.
Brett, when I looked at it last night, Brett, sorry to interrupt, buddy, but when I looked at it last night, that ads tab was really good because it was talking about some of the trends in digital advertising and marketing in general. So when you scroll over next to design, there's a tab for ads. That was kind of cool. That gave me some really interesting information.
Okay. Yeah.
It said video game branding and marketing trends in August. Things like that. That's actually kind of interesting. So under ads, there's some good information.
Yeah, and they rank them by numerically. They'll rank the kind of what is trending, what is least trending to most trending in each section. So it's really interesting site layout, and it's really a deep and kind of robust resource. So just encourage you to check that out, and you'll get a lot of good information, a lot of good ideas. So I believe that we're probably over. We have media sales today. Scott, you want to get that one? I know that you had put that one.
Yeah, here, I'm going to take control of your desktop here. If you could just open up, just go to the next slide. I'm going to request control.
Yeah, I think you just want to go to present desktop. You might just want to go to present desktop and
I got it. Yep. All right. So let me know you guys can see my desktop. So Media Sales Today is a part of AdMall Pro. It is a collection of articles, sales tips, and tools that are going to help you guys with all aspects of media marketing and sales. You just click on the site, show you an example of it. And we're looking for something that can give you some ideas for sales tips. And this is a great site to bookmark. Again, it's part of AdMall, so you can get to it from AdMall. There's also, I believe, a newsletter you can sign up for, but I think that this is a really good resource for you if you're just looking for some ideas. There's a mixture of stories, there's a mixture of sales stories, and advice from, different marketing people out there. Jeffrey Gitmore is always posting things on here. He always gives some really good ideas and advice on improving your sales skills. Again, I recommend this in terms of just helping to beef up some of your sales skills and just marketing knowledge. So media sales today, I recommend looking through it and highlighting it and bookmarking it. So that's pretty much the lot of information. I know there's a lot we've given you. Are there any questions or comments? Does anyone want to share anything? Again, Kelly, thank you for sharing that idea for Twitter. Again, anything you can do to keep all the information in one place and make it easier for you, please do it. I think that's great info. But does anyone have anything they want to share? Any questions?
Hey, Scott?
Yeah.
This is Ron. One of the other areas where you can get a lot of stuff is through LinkedIn. And
LinkedIn is a good,
You can sign up for groups through LinkedIn, and that's where I get my e-marketing stuff. I get that all through LinkedIn.
Yep, that's a great idea. LinkedIn is a terrific resource, and it is a very robust resource. So that's a good suggestion, Ron. Thank you. Anybody else out there? All right, Brett, anything you want to add? And we can kind of wrap up this session.
No, I think that's it. As stated before, we're recording all of these so you can go back and we got the YouTube channel, I believe, that everyone's aware of at this point. We're also going to be uploading all the decks for all these presentations that we've been doing for the last couple of weeks. That's probably going to be located in the G drive under a digital coats of paint folder. I know that we already have one in Livingston, but Scott, you probably could get, probably could have one over there. I'm just gonna upload all the decks that we've had on here, and then have the links going to our YouTube channel. So,
okay.
If anyone doesn't have any other questions, then we can wrap up for today. Okay.
All right, thanks everyone. Good luck out there today. And if you have any questions, again, please feel free to reach out to Brett or me. Thank you.
All right, thanks everyone.